All right, SIDEMEN charity game is coming up on Saturday. I saw like a tweet that apparently this is the lineups for Saturday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through them and I'm going to talk about the game and I'm going to predict what I think is going to happen. Let's see. The SIDEMEN FC update is tweeted. Team lineups for Saturday. Predictions. That's what I'm here to do. As a footballing expert, I'm here to give you my predictions. So this is the YouTube All-Stars team apparently. Cal the Dragon in goal. Willeney right back. Nico Milana, Harry Pinero centre backs. And Ethan Gibb left back. Okay, first of all, let's talk about this. Yeah? Nico Milana is not a centre half. I've never in my life seen Nico play centre half. So I doubt we'll see him play centre back in this game. So already, this is wrong. This is so wrong that it just looks weird for me to see. Nico is a striker. He's a number 9. He's a goal scorer. He scored at Wembley. How could you have a man that scored at Wembley up front, play at the back? Impossible. Nico's not playing centre back. Because I just think his talents will be wasted. I don't think he'd be a good centre back. I don't think he'd mind me saying that. He's just not good. He won't be a good centre back. He needs to play further up. So yeah, Nico apparently he's centre back. I don't know how real this lineup is, but apart from this, the defense is all right. Gibbs is super fit. Gibbs not the best footballer, but he's super fit. He can get up and down the pitch, which is good. Willeney can play in defense. I don't know what his fitness is saying, but Will at right back's all right. Harry Pinero can play in defense, which is good. He's a midfielder, like defensive midfielder, so he's fine. Philly in defensive midfield. Now Philly, so they got Philly, Noah Beck, and Theo Baker. Philly is actually one of the best players here. He's going to be the key to this team. But I've never seen him in that position. I've never seen him in holding midfield. But he's such a good player that I think he can play anywhere. But I don't know if it's how I'd set up. I'd set up with Noah Beck in the heart of the midfield. Like, I'll generally set up, Noah Beck in defensive midfield is how I'd go. I would put Philly on the wing. But you want your best players in midfield. So I think I'd swap Philly and Noah Beck. That's what I'd do. But Philly apparently is playing defensive midfield. Once again, that's not where I'd put him if I was manager. Noah Beck is the one that everyone now is like starting to realize that this guy can play. He played Soccer Raid. He bossed it. Played against Mark Noble. Mark Noble just retired. He was playing last season. Like he was playing a month before and he played that Soccer Raid. Noah Beck did this thing. Very good footballer. Played academy level, almost professional in America. So Noah Beck in midfield is going to be very good. And Theo Baker, one of the best YouTube footballers. So this midfield is scary. I think SIDEMEN are going to struggle with this midfield. This midfield is scary. Philly, Noah Beck, Theo Baker. I mean, if it was me personally, I'd put Philly on the wing and put Sharky in defensive midfield. But, what could I do? Maybe next year. But if it was like Philly out wide, somewhere here, flat 2 of Noah Beck and Sharky with Theo Baker just in front, long day for the SIDEMEN. But that's not the case. Philly, Noah Beck, Theo Baker, solid midfield. I think that's the strongest part of the team. All 3 players, ballers. All 3 players can play. Let's go to the front, to the attack. Got Castro on the wing. Castro scored, I think, in a charity match in the past. Castro scored. So Castro must be a decent player. Obviously, he plays FIFA, so he knows a lot about football. But yeah, Castro scored. Castro's a good player, I think. Chunks up front is a guarantee. Oh, speaking of Chunks just gifted 2 subs. Hey, I'll just talk about you, bro. Apparently, this is the lineup for the game. So what I'm doing is I'm going through the team. Thanks for the 2 months precise. I'm going through this through the team and seeing like who's gonna win. I said I'll put Philly on the wing on either side, and I'll put me and Noah. If I was playing, I'll put me and Noah Beck in midfield with Theo Baker just in front. That's what I'll do. Personally, that's what I'll do. Thanks. Who just subbed? JaviX FC. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the sub. But yeah. Anyways, speed. The thing about speed, speed probably won't be that good. 1 second. Oh no, Chugs. The thing about speed, he's probably not going to be good, and he's going to be there. He's going to do something viral. He's going to get a red card probably, or he's going to I don't know, slot drop or something like that on the pitch. He's going to dive. He's going to do all sorts. So speed is going to be interesting. I can imagine that he's fast. Sorry, I'm just letting someone in. Someone's going to come join the stream. Let me carry on talking about the SIDEMEN match. I can imagine Speed's going to be fast. He's young. I think is 17. So, and he looks like an athlete. He's built. So I can imagine him being fast. Chunks is going to be the key here. Chunks is going to be the key here. I think he needs to play the role that I know he can play up front. He needs to play the Benzema role, the Harry Kane role. I think, especially with this midfield, I think Chunks should play deeper than Castro in speed. I think Chunks should play around here, in this gap here. Because what he's good at doing is the link-up play for these players. They're obviously going to be a lot faster than these two. What Chunks is good at, he's got a great first touch and great awareness and great vision. So I think if Theo Baker, so let's say Philly and Theo Baker swap around, right? Let's say Theo Baker, Noah Beck stays central. I know he stays central. From the soccer game, I saw him. I'm going full on tactical mode, by the way. Sorry. Let me know if I'm boring you, but like I love football, so Noah Beck stays central, which is fine. So I think Philly and Theo Baker play either side of Noah Beck. This isn't how it's gonna go. So what I think is, I think Theo Baker and Philly are gonna end up like spreading wide a lot, and I think Castro and Speed should play like as like a front two, Chunks just in behind. Because what's gonna happen is when someone plays Chunks in, I think he can hold it up, drop it to Noah Beck or Theo Baker. What are we saying? And play them through because they're a lot faster. So we're going to see, but I think he should play a bit deeper. But then again, as well, he can score, he can finish. He's a lot better than you've seen him play, so no pressure, bro. Going into the subs, if this is going to be what the subs are. Jeez, what's going on? I got someone breaking my house. Yeah, going into the subs. Someone said this is interesting. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are interested. This is me going full on nerdy mode in football. Yeah, going into the subs now. We've got Deji, Gideon, Danny Aarons, George Not Found, Chandler, and Chris. Chandler and Chris from Mr. Beast videos. I don't know nothing about most of these guys in terms of football. Once again, Deji's going to be like Gibb. I think Deji's like, he's not that good of a football player, but he's going to be super fit, which is good. Unless he's let himself go a bit from his fight. Obviously, after you have a fight, you're going to eat a lot of crap. So Deji's probably going to go into defense. Danny Aarons, I don't know much about how good he is. I think he's an attacker. George Not Found, I don't know much about him. Chandler and Chris, I think one of them said they used to play football growing up, which is good. And then Gideon's going to be similar to Speed. He's just going to be there for pants. But this team looks good. If this is the team, the only thing I'll change is Nico can't play centre-back. No chance. Nico is going to be more valuable up top somewhere. This will be much more valuable up top. Rotating in with Chunks. I think I want to see a Nico and Chunks partnership at some point. So this is gonna be interesting. This is the YouTube All-Star team. Let's look at the SIDEMEN FC team, and I want to come back and I want to compare. Are you guys enjoying this, by the way? Are you guys enjoying my nerdy football breakdown? All right, next SIDEMEN FC. Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the keepers. So they have Takao the Dragon and YouTube All-Stars and Pieface in SIDEMEN FC, which means like I'm expecting like goals. I'm expecting loads of goals. No offense to either goalkeeper, but I'm expecting goals. So going through SIDEMEN FC, once again, I don't know if it's going to be the actual team, but let's find out. But from what we're going off, they got like a 4-4-2 setup, whereas this team have like a 4-3-3, yeah. All right, so SIDEMEN FC have Pieface in goal, Kyle Freezy, Bazinga, Root to Shaw, and Jamie. I actually, yeah, I'm just going to finish this thing here. All right, so I actually think the defenses are kind of balanced, but once again, I don't know who's going to go here because Nico's not playing here. I think maybe... Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. But I think with SIDEMEN's defense, I think they're slightly edge it in defense. I think SIDEMEN's slightly edge it. What's interesting as well is Mr. Beast and Carl are in SIDEMEN, and then Chandler and Chris are in YouTube All-Stars. So they're getting split up, which could be interesting. Very interesting. But... Kyle Freezy, big improvement as a player from like the first early games. He's now like, I've played with him. I played with Kyle Freezy in 11s. And he's actually decent. He's like proper decent. I think he's going to be good in this position. Who's he coming up against? At the moment, it's Castro. That's going to be a good battle. Castro's probably going to be a bit faster than Cal, but Cal's got a much bigger physical presence. So that battle's going to be good. But Zinga and Road to Shaw and centre-back. This centre-back partnership here is better than this centre-back partnership. 100%. But once again, I don't think this is going to be a centre-back partnership. I think Bez and Harry, they're like a typical like centre-back pairing. One is no nonsense. So Harry, no nonsense defender, gets rid of it. No matter what happens, he boots the ball away. Like safety, if in doubt, hoof it out. And Bez can play. Bez can pass the ball. Bez can keep the ball. Bez has like some level of footballing IQ. Once again, I played recently 7-a-side with Bez. He can play. He's a good player. So these two in defense, I think, is decent. And then Jamie at fullback. Jamie, he plays every game, but I can't remember how much of a good player he is. But Jamie could be interesting here. If Philly goes wide, because I don't know how good speed is going to be, but if Philly goes wide, it could be long for Jamie. I love Jamie as well, so hopefully not. In midfield, Zerka right wing doesn't look right to me. I would have thought Zerka's... So I'm thinking this is wrong. So I'm thinking Zerka's going centre back with Harry, Bazinga's going DM with Chris MD and KSI sitting just in front of him as like a 3 in midfield. Bazinga DM, Chris MD, KSI, Zerka centre back, Toby on the wing, Simon up top. Vic's got to start as well though. But I don't know. So we'll see. If this is the team, Zerka on the wing isn't where I think he should be playing. I think he should be playing a centre back. But he's a lot fitter than he's been. All these guys are, compared to their old Cyber Charity matches, which the last one was like 2018, they're way fitter than they usually are. So Zerka, if he's playing there, I'm sure he'll be all right. But KSI, Chris MD, this is what we look at here. I think it's going to be 3. Bazinga, KSI, and Chris MD. This midfield versus this midfield is going to be interesting. I favour this midfield because these 3 are not only the 3 best midfielders. I think they're like 3 of the best players in the whole game. And they're all in one team and in one midfield. So this is going to be interesting. But they can't play with 2 here. Because if they're playing with 2 here against these 3, they're not going to get a sniff. Chris MD especially won't be able to do everything by himself. KSI is going to run around a lot. He's very fit. He's very energetic. He's an entertainer as well, so it's going to be everywhere, which is not going to be helpful for Chris, because KSI leaving the spots that he's meant to be here, it might end up being Chris by himself in midfield. That's why I think Bazinga should be sitting in front. Bazinga should be here occupying this like central area with Chris. Chris won't be allowed, I don't think, as much creative freedom because KSI is going to be all over the place because he's just super fit. So yeah, this midfield, I expect to lose the battle, but if they add an extra player, then it could be interesting. Toby's one of the best players there as well, super fast. I expect him to be one of the best players on the pitch, one of the best performances. One of the best performers. I don't think he's the best player. I think there's other players that are better than him, but he's always one of the best performers. I think he's just such a wise player. I've watched him play for under the radar a few times, and he's always managed to get a goal. He's so athletic, and I think Toby's gonna be very good. Minimin and Victor up front. Miniminter, one of the best shots in YouTube. One of the best strikes in YouTube. He's got a thunderbolt of a strike. He'll probably score against Kyle the Dragon. He's going to be good. But if he's playing next to Vicstar, I don't know if Vicstar's improved much. I don't know. But I think Vic's obviously the one where is the weak spot in this attack. But he's going to get the penalties, and he's playing against Kyle the Dragon. So Vic could score goals as well. Let's look at the bench. Randolph, Mr. Beast, Carl Jacobs, Laser Beam, Calix, Manny. Once again, I don't know about all of their football abilities. Thank you, DVQA, for the sub. I don't know about all their football abilities. Randolph, I'm not sure, but I'm not expecting him to be a good football player. No offense, Randolph. I just don't know. I don't see you as a football player. Mr. Beast, same thing. I don't expect him to be a good football player. Carl Jacobs, pretty similar. Laser Beam, I don't know much about. Calix is okay. Manny, this is the one, by the way. Manny, I think is the best player here. I think Manny's the best future football player in the UK. So for him on the bench, coming on, like let's say it's rolling off. Say Vic gets tired, Vic comes off. Toby's on one wing. Let's put Manny on the other wing. Simon up front with Chris MD, Bazinga, and KSI midfield with Zerka at centre back. Now we got a game. Someone said Randolph is a Heartland, but a bit worse. I don't know. Now we have a game. If Manny comes on for Vic, we've got a good game. Okay, so I've broken down both teams. What do I think will happen? What is my prediction? Who do I think will win? Okay. So if Sidemen play Bazinga at midfield and Zerka at centre back, and Manny comes on pretty early on for Vic, this starting lineup I fancy more than this starting lineup. If YouTube All-Stars play Nico in attack, who is the other option at centre-back? That's the only problem. They don't have centre-back options. They can do Willany and Harry Panera centre-back and then put Deji and Gibb full-backs. But that's a weak defence. And the goalkeepers aren't amazing. So I'm going for There's more... Based on the midfield, I think YouTube All-Stars can do it. I think based on the midfield, I think YouTube All-Stars will edge it. But at the end of the day, there'll be loads of goals, so anyone can win. But I think key players, if you look out for this midfield, and it depends how good of a game or bad of a game Chunks has. He's that kind of player where it's like, he can either have a really good game or just like a really quiet game. And I know he doesn't mind me saying this, but it's just the truth. It depends on how good of a game Chunks has and also where Nico plays. That's key. So I'm going for, this is a crazy high score, 7-4 YouTube All-Stars. I'm going for 7-4 YouTube All-Stars. Don't forget I said that. 7-4 to YouTube All-Stars. What a scoreline that is. Oh my God. And who do I think get the most goals? I think the most goals will come from... I think Theo Baker will score like a hat-trick. I think Theo Baker will score the most goals. And Noah Beck will get man of the match. Remember I said this, guys. Let's go on YouTube anyway. I was probably going on YouTube, so that'd be good. But yeah, that's my predictions for the SIDEMEN vs YouTube All-Stars game. I don't know if it's the official lineups. I doubt it is. Things will change on the day. But that is my prediction. That is my analysis of both teams. Hope it's a good game. I hope I see some of you guys there if you go in.